Hello, my name is Bulut. Here's our group members. Deniz has prepared our route. Gamze and Osman wrote the report. And Tugay prepared this presentation with Şener. Here's our outline. First, I'm going to talk about what is a round the world ticket and what are its benefits. Then I'll show you our route and give some important information for our flights. So let's begin. A round the world ticket is a product that enables travelers to fly around the world for a relatively low price. But in order to keep the price low, you should be well organized. There are some important points should be considered. First, destinations should be determined. It is important that you don't make changes in destinations because if you make, you will have to pay a fee of 125 US dollars. The second is dates should be determined as well. This will help you to have a smooth travel, being organized. But if you change your mind and decide to stay in a place more or less than you should, you can always change the flight days without being have to pay a penalty. People who are going to travel by using round the world tickets should know that prices are calculated by using continents or miles. Star Alliance, One World, and SkyTeam are the most important corporations in this system. We use SkyTeam Alliance for our round the world ticket, which has 13 companies involved and works in 169 countries and 898 destinations. Ticket prices are calculated according to miles, that you can see the options below, and there are some also time limitations, which says that your travel cannot be less than 10 days or it shouldn't be longer than a year. In our route, we covered 9 flights, taking off from Istanbul to Prague, Czech Republic, and going to France from Czech Republic to Paris. Then we changed our continent from Europe to America, New York to Denver, Denver to Los Angeles, so we stood a little in America. Then we passed the ocean to China, going Beijing, Beijing to Russia, Moscow, Moscow to Riyadh, and finally returning home from Riyadh to Istanbul. In these flights, we covered a total mileage of 22,264 miles, with the total cost of 2,612 euros, with the taxes involved. There were no direct flights from Istanbul to Prague, so we made a transferred flight from Istanbul to Rome and Rome to Prague using an Italian airline, Alitalia Airlines. Then from Prague to Paris and Paris to New York, we used the same airline, Air France. After flying from Paris to New York to JFK Airport, we started using an American airline, Delta Airlines. From Denver to Los Angeles, there were no direct flights, so we made a transfer flight from Salt Lake City. And then from Los Angeles to Beijing, of course, there were no direct flights, so we made yet another transferred flight, first going to Seattle Tacoma International Airport. This flight covered our longest miles. It was our longest flight with 6,000 and almost 400 miles, still with the same airline, Delta Airlines. Then from Beijing to Moscow, we made another transferred flight, first going to Jiangjiang Airport. I'm not sure if I spelled it correctly. This was the third longest flight of our route. This flight was with the China Eastern Airlines, which is a Chinese airline. From Moscow to Riyadh, there were no direct flights. We used another transfer flight, first going to Beirut Airport, which is in Lebanon, using a Lebanon airline, East Airlines. And last but not least, from Riyadh King Khalid International Airport to Istanbul Atatürk, and this was the second longest flight of our route, covering 4,500 miles, using Saudi Arabian Airlines. Thanks for listening.